Largest ever drone show will take place this Wednesday night along the lakefront, part of the centennial celebration of an architectural treasure. Michael Schlesinger visits a lakefront mansion that might seem like it belongs on the Italian Riviera, but has proudly called Milwaukee home for 100 years.
It's more like an old world Italian home, neoclassical, dating back to the 18th or 19th century, with influences even older. Villa Terrace on Milwaukee's east side is now 100 years old. It all came about, so I'm told, because of industrialist A.O. Smith and his wife.
As the story goes, the Smith family, they took a vacation to Italy, and the wife, Agnes, was like, I love this villa, these villas here. Can we just have our own on the bluffs of Lake Michigan? And her husband said, say less, and now we have a villa in like southern Wisconsin, which is kind of unheard of.
Senior curator Phoenix Brown loves to tell the story of this 19,000 square foot mansion. Also important to her is looking ahead to the next 100 years.
The villa has a history of being a decorative arts museum. So what we're doing now, we juxtapose contemporary artists with like either craft or decorative disciplines, and just kind of continuing that legacy and adding value to that conversation of people who make art.
The art and gallery spaces, featuring both temporary and permanent exhibits, are just a part of the experience. There's also the Smith House itself and Renaissance Garden. In the garden, I'm told 109 steps from top to bottom. A lot of effort, but apparently well worth it.
It's a commitment once you go down there and give them back up. But once you're down there, it feels like you're in a different place. So it's very enjoyable, and I love kind of pulling inspiration from it.
And it's a good workout.
Executive Director Jamie Harvey Wilms has a favorite. She says it's the courtyard.
You walk in through our gates, and the birds greet you, and the sound of a pond greets you, and it's kind of your first deep breath. At the Villa Terrace, we're not even 6 blocks from at least a 10-story building, and you can't see it.
It's here you'll also see the statue of Mercury. I'm told the torso is 3,000 years old, and his arms and legs were restored in the 15th and 16th century. Famed architect David Adler designed the overall home.
Symmetry. And so if it's on one side of the house, it's traditionally kind of on the other side of the house. You can't get lost in our 19,000 square foot home, which I know sounds strange to say.
The executive director also comments on the overall state of the county-owned structure, both on the Wisconsin State Register and National Register of Historic Places.
I think we're really, really proud of that legacy. The house is relatively intact. It's in great shape. We definitely have some maintenance concerns on the exterior, being located on the edge of the seaside here.
Now, to mark the 100th year anniversary, there are special events planned, like 100 programs to go with the occasion.
Continuing to be a community space. As we navigate funding with Milwaukee County, I think the county itself has said this place is best as a cultural institution, and so we're leaning really hard into that, making sure that our programs are publicly accessible, such as free yoga or work from home programs.
Just continuing to push for more experimental contemporary art, and then just becoming a place that you see yourself in and you can experience it too.
Those with the villa say there are certainly challenges ahead, especially with budgetary and funding constraints as a nonprofit.
You can help by donating. Donations help every nonprofit. They make the world go round as far as nonprofits are concerned. You can also help by just coming into the museums. Our attendance numbers greatly impact our grant funding as well as some of our individual giving, and just paying a ticket fee makes a world of difference.
After all, some say it's all about conserving and supporting an important piece of our history.
You know, Milwaukee cares about the past and it cares about its future, and I think that's really what the Villa Terrace kind of does all the time.